Hello, and welcome to a series of little talks called Life Lessons from a Lawyer. My name's Peter Hastings, and I've been a lawyer in the UK, England, and Wales, in fact, for over 30 years. But I also have experience in education, teaching, the management of education establishments, and the building of inclusive policies for education for all across the world. So the first topic I want to talk to you about is that you learn as a lawyer is the management and the use of emotions, because we all have emotions, often quite violent or abrupt and strong. But as you probably seen when you've seen films of lawyers in court and talking, and perhaps you have a bad idea of lawyers that, oh, they're just cold-hearted. But in fact, it's because part of the job is trying to manage emotions. Now, this doesn't mean doing away with emotions, because I believe the place of emotions is like the place of an engine in your car. You can't go far in your car if you don't have an engine. And you can't go far if you don't have some emotions pushing you along. But your car needs a steering wheel. It needs someone to pull the brake every now and again. And it needs someone to keep a watch out for where you're going. And the engine doesn't do any of that. So similarly, if you're just running on emotion, you will come to a bad end and cause damage probably to those who are closest to you. So I think the first step is to acknowledge that you have the emotions. Don't deny them. Identify what they are. In English, emotions have simple names. It's not good enough to say, I feel upset every time you talk to me, or I feel like you're always running me down. That's not a feeling. They're not emotions. That's just bad language. Emotions have simple words like joy, happiness, fear, excitement. So these are words that are simple to understand. And if you can say, now I'm feeling fear, now I feel scared, now I feel angry, now I feel neglected, then you're talking about your own emotions and you're not sticking it on someone else. It's better to say, I'm feeling unwanted, rather than to say, you never seem to want me, because you're not allowing someone else's point of view that way. You're blaming them. So you have to identify your emotions, and then you have to decide where that takes you, where that's driving you, and use that. So I've always found it difficult to understand why we develop anger, but it's part of the fight or flight. And it means that you can feel angry in a courtroom, and you can feel the anger, and it keeps you going when perhaps the day's been hard against you, or when perhaps you lose the first hearing and you have to go to an appeal. But the anger will keep you fired up, motivated, enthused, energetic, when otherwise those elements would go. So you need the emotion, but you need to use it, not let it use you. That way you're using it positively to improve your own life, and you're not using it destructively or allowing it to use you to run all over everybody else. So whilst lawyers probably look boring and unemotional, we're not. We have bad emotions, big emotions, fiery emotions like everyone else, but we try to channel them and use them positively. So that's my first little tip. See you next time for the next episode.